I want to talk about something that is super duper important for homeowners and people wanting to be homeowners and people selling their houses, for everybody, okay? Savings plans, right? I mean, you got to have a savings plan going. So you got to think about one, what's it going to be, and then you got to implement it. So we're going to hit on savings plans. I'm going to tell you how to get it started. Stay tuned. Howdy, it is me, Ashley, Keller Williams Real Estate. Ooh, it is a sunny day here in Everett, Washington. All right, let's talk about step one. Step one for sure is to brainstorm some short-term and long-term goals that cost moolah, right? So you're gonna come up with your list. Maybe you guys are like, hey, we got to start thinking about saving for kids' college. Hey, we want to buy a house, so we got to start saving for the down payment. Hey, we want to go on vacation because you know what? Things are going to start opening up, right? So you want to go on vacation, all right? Step number two, figure out what these things are going to run you, okay? I'm gonna do a video on, what it costs to buy a house, like those sort of initial costs. That way you can have an idea what you're going to budget for that, okay? Step 3. This is the really important thing here. You need to set up an account for each one of those goals in your plan, okay? So the strategy is, the big overarching thing is okay, I'm going to start saving money for the things I want to do, all right? But we're getting tactical. This is what you do, okay? This is what you do. You go and you open the accounts, okay? Open the accounts, name the accounts. These are beautiful accounts. But what you want to do is you want to keep these accounts separate from your main working accounts, right? Those accounts where you're paying like the utility, the mortgage, the rent, right? Keep them separate from that, all right? So, let's say you're like, hey, we need like a vacation fund, we need a kids college fund, and we need to buy a new house fund. So you're going to open up those 3 accounts at the bank, okay? Open up those 3 accounts. Then you're going to backwards engineer based on how much money you figure you need, how much you need to save from every paycheck. So maybe you're paid monthly, maybe you're paid every 2 weeks. And so then you're going to say, okay, how much do I need to save? Maybe it's $200 a paycheck, okay? Or maybe it's $400 a paycheck. Who knows? Could be $1,000 a paycheck. It just depends on that timeline, all right? So then what you're going to do is you're going to set up an auto deposit, okay? Auto deposit. I'm saying it 3 times because here's the thing. This has to become like seamless. Like it becomes a part of your budget. You want that savings plan in your budget today. Okay. So you're going to set up an auto deposit. It's like a bill, any bill. It's like paying the electrical bill. All right. It's like paying the gas bill. And you're going to do that auto deposit into each of those 3 accounts every time you get paid. Okay. And that is how you make it happen. So, obviously the last step is enjoy the thing that you have the goal for. All right, people, we're going to wrap it up. I'm going to summarize. So here's what we're going to do. Number 1, we're going to brainstorm those goals that cost money. We're going to figure out what they are. Write them down, okay? Number 2, you're going to figure out what it's going to run you, okay? Like how much do I need to save? How much is it going to cost? And what is the timeline? Number 3, you're going to open separate accounts for each of those goals, okay? So it could be like 4 accounts, all right? Depending on what the goals are. All right, number 4, you're going to backwards engineer your timeline so you can figure out how much money out of each paycheck you need to put away. Number 5, and the most important, number 5, is auto deposit. Everything should be set up on an auto withdrawal. If it is $57 each paycheck goes to account blah blah, buying a house account, or account buying a Tesla account, okay? So boom, auto deposit. All right, so now I've got some bonus things, okay? So I sometimes get distracted by things, and all of a sudden I'm all like, oh, you know what looks really cool? Let me get that cool little knife set. Let me pick up a blah blah, I don't know, XYZ doodad, okay? And you know what? Just like everybody here, I have a tendency to kind of sometimes get a little spontaneous and buy things that were not planned for. You know what you need to do? If you are like me, you need to set up a spontaneous account. A spontaneous account. So plan to be spontaneous, because if you know that about yourself, it doesn't need to be a surprise. You can just put the money aside and then you could be like, oh, let me just go to my spontaneous account and pull it right on out. All right. So create a spontaneous account. For those of you that are a little bit more advanced in the game, all right, the other two accounts that you want to consider opening are: one, an account to invest in other people's businesses. An account to invest in other people's businesses, because you know what? Once you start buying your real estate and you're getting into things, people are going to start contacting you, right? They're going to be asking you if you want to get in on ventures, you know, if you want to like invest in a business idea. And you know what? You want to be able to be like, yeah, you know, you want to be able to seriously consider. You don't want to be like, oh man, I really wish I could if I had the money. But if you'd been saving it, you would have the money to really consider it, okay? The last account that you want to think about opening is an account for charity. All right. You know, give money to people that don't have as much money as you do. All right. I mean, and look, this could apply to everybody. You might not have a lot of money right now, but that's okay. You just set aside a little bit and you give it to something that feels good to you. All right. It could be to your church. It could be to your local nonprofit. It could be to the Rotary Club, your neighborhood, who knows? Okay. But have that money available and have it in your plan. So that is it for savings plans. Get one going. Get one going. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I'll see you again soon.